Respect. Topic. Intolerant people's right to have a political preference enhanced by a social media and cancel culture trend to view specific standards negative just because they differ with a certain political agenda. Speech purpose makes commentary highlighting the wrongest villainizing people from the opinion of political based on strong social media influence to discriminate against people to right support on political party. As today there is still uncertainty about how the next American president is going to be. Who do you think will win? Trump? Biden? We don't know. True, it does not matter who is the announced president, the majority is going to win because that's what democracy is about. The real issue where is the extent to which supports either side, specifically Democrats, to go to make their political views right. As 2016, we have seen a great division of American political view, mostly attributed to the Trump stream to the pot. However, what is that show the high intolerance from Democrats to the opposing party and this similar, however, supposed agenda. The truth is a real agenda is being pushed through the most powerful to the right, ignore, which is the social media. They use an influence public figure, artists, and ads online has goals billions. However, the different view that democracy won, specifically on the polarizing issues such as the immigrant, abortion, taxes, and presidential candidate. The cancel culture has involved that jeopardies any brand, personal or business, how endorsed with a different time than liberal that is conservative. The truth is the regardless of how you support, you have respect those with opposing view because everybody has the right to choose ideologic, religion, and political parties. Intolerance is the main issue because it rejects anything that doesn't not fit a person that advocate a political correctness and liberal to the spread what everybody to convent to any ignorant other deep influence conservative views. The worst thing is these political differences are not only affecting colleges, but have made some determinant damage to the family and friendship. In article posted on Rhetoric and Mother Speak how her son could ties where when expected her plan to vote Trump is this past election. Mayra Gomez states that he and her son specifically told me, you are no longer my mother because you are voting for Trump. My question is, does a mother-son relationship is depend on political view? Does here sacrifice and love and duty become the worthless because of who is endorsed? The fight is no longer about people preferring represent them in a government, but a very make fight about my right and you were wrong. Regardless of how wins in your family member are going to your family member and your neighborhood, it's to your neighborhood. Well, we're able to see this when they start understanding that your view and opinion are valid, even if they differ than ours. Besides, not to acknowledge are from unchallenging view. In fact, Socrates proclaimed that wisdom man by Delphic oracle. In the purpose where wisdom man that he believed the oracle wrong, conclude that those claim to ignore and refuse to put their acknowledge on the test could not really ignore anything offered they acknowledge, could not stand test of debate. So the article exposed of damaged relationship endorsing on a party brought in the follow the same agenda of blaming Trump for it. Even to the son who support the Democratic Party could not tolerate his own mother having different view. And the problem is Donald Trump. It truly is that nearly 4 year nor smashing president Trump has steered. A strong amount of support and opponent. They are following the same path of making the monster out of him. What is really is going here is that he's been very outspoken about his conservative view, which is the cover view and Republican Party. There is a view of something terrible just because they don't follow the left agenda. Progressive change. How? Progressive change is condemns people that are still true to their view and values they grow up with anything. I should open the door dialogue for dialogues but not shut windows and harmony among political view. That dish from this conservation value is the present article as well in the state. Many of Brackett admire his move to the overhuman immigration, his appointment, and conservative judge. Democrats are others critics seeing the former real estate develop and reality show personality trait of American democracy. Finally, he have rightfully elected through the exercise democracy fundamental principle. The choice remains in the people who have right to elect the representative of majority of votes. There is a lot of misinformation regarding Hillary win the popular vote, but that is not what I am there because. However, I invite your search by Trump election as constitutional. Article like is a long influence only depend already by national influence. Social media account with the largest followings very outspoken Trump disseminated on and any person who a conservative view or view different that left. The most recent example when is the rapper Lil Wayne endorsed Trump. Council culture came that revoke is a black card because apparently you are African American and Republican is the same time. This is the reason why we see more artists begin about their political view when they are democracy rather than Republican. This is the reason why as 2016 there have been talk of secret or hidden votes because has been witch hunt from Trump support that Republican as like. The racial limit, which is nothing, has doesn't good the article. 89% of Republican proved Trump performance in the officer in the 2019. Only 7 Democrats through this going a good job. This just spread the feeling and disappeared already in the world. This war against the opposite in the US was sparked and Cold War Black in 1945 between the capitalists and the Americans. The main aim there is no vast literal respect to democracy. Main aim here is to help both sides understand they have agreement, disagreement, and expect everybody to have the same view as you is not only impossible, but dismissing the background that they have to make them think the way that they do.